thanks for joining us. We bit of an off-the-cuff interview. We passed you on the way to speak with the manager and thought, let's grab a wee word. How you doing? How's things? How you coping with early season, school holidays and everything that goes along with being a footballer?
Yeah, fine. Kids obviously give me the run around at home at the minute as well, so kind of looking forward for them going back to school, get a wee bit more of a rest when I get home for training. But things are all good. Obviously working hard out in the training park this week. And looking forward to the game on Saturday.
Great. Certainly no respite when you come to pre-season training and the kind of early games that have gone. How was the pre-season for you? I watched you in your bleep test. We were running a bet on when the goalkeepers would drop out.
It's pre-season is what it is. I've done plenty of them now. You get used to it. Probably, to be honest, pre-seasons are probably a lot easier than what they probably were when I first started. Nowadays you've got your off-season programme. You work away. You don't really get as probably, you get a couple of weeks really rest, and the rest of the time you need to take over now. Where I think back in the day, probably when I first started out, it was still a little bit of the old mindset where it was you'd have your 4 to 5 weeks off and do nothing. Yeah. Boys would eat, drink, come back a stone or two overweight, and then have pre-season to the 4 or 5 weeks to burn it off again. Where now it's it's kind of different. You have to look after yourself in the off season as much as you can, and so you can kind of almost just get straight into the football side of things.
Great. It's a bit of a kind of mixture for yourself coming back with familiarity and change. You've came back to new manager, a lot of familiar faces with the length of contracts that some of the boys have got, and that continuity. How's that transition been for you in terms of the new regime and new faces coming in, of course?
Yeah, all good. As I say, I've been about the block enough now that I've experienced all different types of things in my football career. So yeah, as you say, the new management teams came in and got integrated very well, and it's good to have that bit of continuity as well for the boys. I think that's important for football club going forward. If you can manage to do that and add a few players here and there, then hopefully it makes for a good season. Hopefully we can get another couple in. I think the team needs another few bodies in for the season going ahead. But other than that, yeah, hopefully we've got the makings of a good team here.
What about your own training regime? We often see the wee kind of clips, and if we're in and around the ground, we see Robbie putting you through your paces, and of course Robbie being put through his own paces. How hard do you work? How much has that kind of regime developed over the years?
Yeah, it's been good. I've thoroughly enjoyed working with Robbie. He's obviously a young man himself, a young goalie coach, but he's got great ideas, and I thoroughly enjoy his training. We work hard, we do, and Robbie as well. And I think what I like about Robbie's training is it's very modern approach in goalkeeping. It's away from maybe the old kind of just straight volleys and things like that. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of feet work in terms of balls at the feet, passing, kicks and things like that, which I probably haven't done a lot of in the past or as much. But yeah, he tries to integrate everything together, and we've got a good little group now, me, Robbie and Andy, who's came in and done really well, and it's a good group to work with, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Great foundation for young Andy, isn't it, coming into such a kind of high calibre company, but also the kind of dynamic training that's actually here at the ground as well. Is there a benefit to the fact that, especially for a young goalkeeper, he's actually training in the environment? Yeah,
definitely. I think Andy will only get better and better. He's a young man. He was at Berwick last year. He played quite a few games in the Lowland League, which again will hold him in good stead. But to make it the step up here, I think, and he's training every day now. Full-time training for him, doing this every day, working with me, Robbie, and obviously the outfield players, and it'll be obviously a better standard, and the only way is you're going to get better by doing that. And as I say, it's a good group of goalkeepers we've got.
Let's talk about the early part of the season that's gone, our League Cup campaign. We didn't get through through to the last 16 as we would have hoped. Any kind of final thoughts on that campaign?
It's difficult. I think there's probably been a lot said in the press about it overall. Different managers have different views on it. It's quite hard because you don't get that pre-season now. That is technically your pre-season. We have tried to fit other games in between the games. Before it, we were trying to get a few games in, which we managed, but even still, with the kind of squad being a bit light at the start of the campaign, it's difficult. You can't obviously you're using the same boys over and over again as well, and it's a lot of games in a short period of time, especially going back into it. So it's kind of one of the ones where if you can get through, then it's great, and you can get the results, but you also have to take it for what it is, and I suppose it's very much like a pre-season. Boys are still trying to get up to speed, and I know it's the same for everybody. But you know, I thought a lot of the games we did okay, and we were probably just a little bit unfortunate, maybe not to get the right results at the right times. But again, that's football, and it's about taking your chances when they become available. Unfortunately, we just fell a bit shy this year, but you know, hopefully we can it holds you in good stead for going on for the season. No.
I think that our manager's told us quite a bit about that he's looking for one or two nuggets just to kind of shore up and add that extra kind of little bit of quality, a little bit of decisiveness. Is that the kind of view you've got yourself, that we're just missing a wee couple of bits of the jigsaw, or maybe we need to find some of the solutions in amongst the squad to jump between League Cup or result at Cove last week and what we're hoping to produce on Saturday at Dundee? Yeah,
I think you know, adding another couple will help us. You know, we have got a good squad here, a lot of good players, a lot of good young players, but also it's trying to get the balance of your young players, maybe better for them to get out and get some game time, you know, rather than playing 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. So it's trying to get, you know, that's the difficult thing with football clubs like ourselves. You know, you try to do everything. You want to have, obviously, you want a decent sized squad there so you can cope with the demands of the season. You know, I think last year probably proved that a little bit. You know, I think we played 50 games. That's a lot of games for you know, probably a squad size that we carried last year. And maybe contributed a little bit to the way the season ended. We maybe obviously just missing out in the playoffs, where if we maybe had a little bit bigger squad, then you could cope with the demands of that. But also, as I say, for the time being, you also want your young boys, you don't want them just filling the bench every week. You would rather they were out playing elsewhere, playing games so they can improve, so they can come back and, you know, really stake a claim for a first team place. So as I say, it's trying to get the balance for everybody and everyone at the club at the moment.
You mentioned in an earlier answer that I think your phrase was, I've been round the block a wee bit. As I was leaving Cove, obviously we stay back to do all the post-match and such, and it's not unusual that the team will be actually away before us, but you know, I saw you kind of mulling about the car park and looking a bit bereft of energy after the game. After all these years, it clearly still hurts us hard and means as much every Saturday. Yeah,
definitely. You know, we want to win games. You know, it's the first league game of the season. We were going up there quite confident, you know, that we could get something. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be the case, and I think it was just disappointing. You know, I think to lose 2 goals with set pieces was disappointing. You know, I wasn't really that busy last week. In the first half performance, you know, going in at half time, I was actually quite confident that we still could have took some for the game after losing the early set piece goal. But you know, I thought we actually played well first half, created some decent chances, a couple of half chances. Our goalies had a great save right at the end of half, Aidan Conley. I think we've hit the bar just before that as well. And you know, I thought we had actually started the first half pretty well. But just probably disappointing came from just not carrying that on into the second half. You know, I think we lost a set piece goal, which wasn't great from our point of view. A poor team goal to lose, to be honest, and something we'll obviously need to address. But I think it was just overall performance second half. You know, they got that second goal, they sat in, and you know, we couldn't really find answers to break them down. And it's just for that frustration, as I say, in the first day. You know, you want to start the season well. You know, that can take you a long way. You know, I think the last couple of years my first season especially, you know, we started the season well, and you know, it carried us quite far. Even last year, you know, we had a good start overall. Maybe actually taking us a couple of games to get the first one, but then we got in the run. And the earlier you get that win, you know, I think get the monkey off the back type thing. So yeah, it's just that frustration, you know, comes from that. But you know, hopefully Saturday will be the case.
Great thing about football is that we've got another chance round the corner. Dundee come to town, looking for their first win, albeit it would be on the road for them. What we expect and how are you feeling about it, and how's the preparation been this week?
Yeah, we know it's going to be a difficult game against Dundee. You know, they're arguably the league favourites this year, coming down for the Premiership. You know, they've got the financial backing as well. As I go back about squad depth and things, you know, I'd imagine they have quite a healthy healthy squad size, and it's going to be difficult. They'll be reeling after losing the first game at home last week as well. But so it's two teams, that'll be going at it, which will hopefully make for an exciting game, but also hopefully it'll go our way.
And back in goal in front of the south stand on Saturday. Is it even more important little edge given that it's week 2, but first home league game?
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's always great playing in front of the fans, especially obviously it was great having the fans back last year, but I think you appreciate a lot more after having that kind of COVID year, you're not having fans in. So yeah, it's something that the players and things all get that little bit extra motivation. It's amazing what a set of fans can lift your spirits and do for you. So yeah, look forward to that, and hopefully they're right behind us on Saturday.
Great, we'll look forward to seeing how you get on Saturday. We could probably do another hour on the shouts that you've heard from that south stand as they interface directly between them. But thanks for your time, Jamie, and good luck for Saturday.
Thank you very much. Cheers.